Sister Shivani, we are really so fortunate to have you here in Africa. I have seen you so many times on television, and this is the first time I'm meeting you in person. And believe me, I'm really, mesmerized by your personality. How easy is it, or how difficult is it for you to be so sober in such environment where everybody wants to be flashy, everybody wants to be fashionable, everybody wants to be trendy? You know, how you maintain your calmness and coolness?
It's like a fitness level.
Mhm.
When we work on something, we will get a result.
Mhm.
If we work on our physical fitness, people can lift weights and then they go on working on it further and they can lift even more weights. So it's an energy level which they create. Because we've not done it, we're not able to lift anything. So that's all about where attention goes, we will be able to get that result.
Mhm.
So spirituality and meditation teaches us to energize that inner being. Before that, thinking too much, and when it's too much of thinking, there are always wrong thoughts. Wrong thoughts means waste thoughts. Then the way we speak changes. What we speak also changes. The speed at which we think, the speed at which we speak, that changes. And then we look for happiness outside. And then that will automatically come in what we wear, what we eat, where we holiday. It all depends only on that, is what we believed.
Yeah.
Which after experiencing, we know it's not there.
Mhm.
But we're still going on that trend just to somewhere find that experience. And now we know that happiness is not there, but we are engaging our mind just so that we distract it from its stress and pain.
Mhm.
If you sit in silence for a few minutes, you'll have a whole clutter of thoughts there. So the easiest way is to just pick up the phone and remain hooked to it and just consume what somebody else has done and not do your inner work of changing your thoughts. So most of the things we're doing today is more of a distractor, not even looking for happiness.
Yeah.
Because we've already done it and we know happiness was not there. Yes, there can be excitement for some time. There can be a momentary, move away from your day-to-day routine. It's not happiness that everybody knows, but we're still looking for it as a distractor. But once you start taking care of the mind and you start energizing yourself, then that tranquility is not something to be getting created. It's just happening on its own. It's just happening on its own. And it's still a journey. There's more to be done there. But it's happening on its own. It's like fitness is a result. It's happening on its own.
Yeah.
Just because you are investing some time on working on your body, So this is how. So then the result, doing anything to feel calm or feel sober, it's just happening on its own. It's just a result of that.
How can we actually reduce the ill effects of social media, as we are talking right now? Social media has so many good things also.
Of course.
For that reason, we cannot deny it.
Sure.
We cannot stay away from it in this age. But how can we stay away from the ill effects of the social media in the present times?
It's like food we eat. What to eat, how much to eat, and how to eat. That's going to decide whether I'm taking my body towards health or the opposite. First, to choose what to eat. Okay.
Sure.
Same with social media. First, to choose what to consume. Second, how to consume. Am I consuming it because it's right for me, or am I consuming it just because other people are consuming it?
Sure.
And third is how much to consume. So that decision making we will have to do. But because we are not working on energizing our mind, and then we are using social media as a distractor, and social media has used that. They know it. That they are a very good distractor.
Yeah.
Right? And so they will keep on making changes in their applications to make it more and more addictive, because that's their business. We are the ones who are getting addicted. So let's say earlier we would have longer videos. So now, even now today, if you watch a longer video, you are so much more in control. You're more in control. You choose the video.
Yes.
You take out 20 minutes, you sit with that for 20 minutes, and you say, okay, I want to learn from this, or I just want to watch it, just, like we
Or
say,
just
time
hear
pass,
to
or
it,
just
yeah.
entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. It's in your control. If you watch TV, it's in your control.
Yes.
You are choosing when to switch it on, which channel to switch on, and for how long you're going to be there. So there is that certain element of self-control. But when social media created these short videos, and then it kept on giving it to you,
Yeah.
and if somebody is not working on the mind, then creating an addictive pattern is very easy. It's very easy. And so I will say that I picked up the phone just for 5 minutes, but 20 minutes have passed. But where did those 15 minutes go? Imagine reaching a stage where I don't know where my time has gone. And I will just sit back and reflect, like, what did I do for those 15 minutes? I only did this. I only did this.
Yeah.
Because it's designed that way. So we will have to use our methods. And it's like, again, it's like in that era, we used to see people working on giving up alcohol, giving up smoking. They used to find their methods. Even today, people find their method. Okay, I will buy only one of this. I will not buy the whole packet. We saw even our friends trying to overcome those addictions. Similarly, we will have to do with social media. Switch off those short videos for some time. Don't have them coming on your phone. See yourself. It's very easy. It's very easy. And you will see that you have not just saved time, but you have saved energy. Then get it back onto your phone, but then use it as a master. So for those who it's a business, they will only think of what they achieve. For the consumer, they will have to choose what they want to do. It's like in the market, there's every product. We need to go and choose what's right for me, even if I'm the only one who's buying it. That's very important, actually, as far as social media is
So you
also
need to have
concerned.
that consciousness.
Yes, but that will build up that inner power. So it's very important for everybody, but especially for students, for children, in a time where you have to study and you are giving exams every year, and then you are giving entrance exams to your professional college, and then you are in university. Everything is important. Your time is valuable. Of course, it's valuable for everybody, but here it's an era which you cannot get back.
True.
You cannot get back.
Yeah.
And in that era, if you create an addictive pattern, then it's not just waste of time that you're losing out on time, but having an addictive pattern affects my concentration.
Absolutely.
So mind gets used to getting distracted. So the ones most affected is the student.
Yes.
So I personally feel that you finish your education, you don't need to go into this. When we used to study also, our parents used to say, this is not till you're studying. This is not till you're studying. After you study, this is for us. So there are certain things which should not be there while you're studying, because they will not allow you to reach your maximum potential. And that same child is going to regret 5 years down the line. Because the child is hardworking, the child is intelligent, the child knows their potential, the child had decided what they want to do, and here comes an addiction.
True.
And they get hooked onto it. And they're not able to achieve what they want to achieve. 5 years later, they are the ones who will go into that guilt of that thing. So this is like any other addiction. Addiction, we used to say alcohol, smoking, drugs has the power to ruin your life. That's what. This also has the same power. This also has the same power, any addiction.
I wanted to know about happiness as well. Ultimately, everybody, what they need in their life is happiness. But sometimes we relate it to materialistic achievements, and we are not able to stay happy if we are not able to achieve certain marks in our lives. So how to maintain happiness at that moment of time? Because most of the times we are thinking that we want our life to be here. But when our life starts going there, somewhere we lose our, balance, and we are not very much happy with that. So how to maintain our happiness at that time?
One, we thought happiness is after we achieve what we want to achieve. So let's say visualize yourself in your car driving, and you believe that happiness is at the destination after you reach there. One, it's not. It's in the way you're driving. If you're driving safe, driving right, enjoying with your family in the car, listening to music. That happiness was on the drive. It's not just in the destination. If you drove fast, you broke the rules of the road, you had an argument with your family in the car, you overtake somebody, you bumped into somebody, you had a scratch on your car, you may reach the destination,
but not well.
but you will be so stressed and so fatigued and so upset or agitated. So happiness is not at the destination. Happiness is on the journey, how you drive. So whether it's driving the car or whether it's in achieving what you want to achieve, we started believing that I will be happy when I become there. After that, I will have a next goal. Goals are very important. We have to set goals. We have to work towards them with the belief system that happiness is not when I achieve the goal. Happiness is how I work towards the goal. If while working towards the goal, I'm creating jealousy, I'm creating insecurity, I'm creating stress, I'm creating fear whether I will reach there on time before others, then even when I reach,
I'll not be happy.
I cannot be, because I've already created so much baggage of all these negative emotions. I will be super excited on that day when I achieve. That's all. It will just be an excitement which will fizzle out in the next few days, just like a new dress. How long can you be excited about a new dress? Few days. Then a next goal, and again creating stress and fear and anxiety for that. So achievement is extremely important. Goals are very important. To work hard is very important. But be happy and work towards that goal, which means no creating stress, anger, which means don't deplete your inner power while working towards that goal. Create your inner power, strengthen it every single day. And that's why daily few minutes of meditation, few minutes of spiritual study principles, you just strengthen your emotional self every single day. And you keep on working towards the goal, but you're working with compassion, you're working with cooperation with others. Sometimes things may not go right and you are patient. Sometimes everything may go wrong on what you have worked, and you have that power to start again because you have been creating that power on the journey. But if you were depleting that power on the journey and there comes a failure, then it's not a failure in what you're doing, it becomes a personal failure. And it's I, the person fails, but it's not I, the person who failed actually. It was just a failure in my achievements. And we can experience failures, but I should have that inner power that day. But I will have that inner power that day when I fail in what I'm doing, not in who I am, if I have worked with power on that journey. So happiness is my state of mind. That is one thing that needs to be cleared. And that state of mind is created by me, not by what I do. What I create in my state of mind comes out in what I do. Not what I do creates my state of mind. Energy doesn't flow from outside in, it is from inside out. So once I understand that, I work hard, I achieve. I probably work harder than before, I think. Because when you have inner power, you will be able to work more. And you are not wasting your energy and time in waste thoughts, in waste conversations. You really have so much more time suddenly because you're not wasting it.
True.
And secondly, you have the power to be able to adjust with people. So relationships are better. And you have the power to be able to face the ups and downs that will come on the journey. It's like a person who's good at driving the car. They can go on any terrain. But if I hardly know how to drive the car, I'll need a straight road. If the road is straight, I can drive. But if that terrain is not right, I cannot drive. So that's because I've not learned how to drive. And then I will blame the road. But it's not the road. It's my skills which were not right. Once I understand that, I think it becomes very simple.
So true. As you said, failures do come in life. And many times you're deserving. But still you face the failure. For so many outside reasons. So how to handle those failures and how to maintain your enthusiasm, your confidence level, your happiness at those moment of times?
Again, let's drive the car. I have to go there, but one wrong turn. Or maybe somebody else showed me the wrong direction and I take a turn here. I drive for the next 1 hour and I realize I've reached another place completely. It's a failure, right?
Yes.
I had to reach here, but I had to reach there. What will you do then? You will just take a turn. Try.
Yeah.
You're still, everyone is going to do that. Start working again on a new project or a new job or a new business. It's not about what you're going to do, it's about how you are going to do what you're going to do. Everyone will start again. But here, the only difference is we start calling it our failure. It is not our failure. It is what I wanted to achieve, I have not yet achieved. I need to work a little more. So even the word failure is
doesn't
not
exist.
taken in the
It's not
right
permanent,
spirit. Failure just means that right now I failed to complete. It's like I thought I have to complete this assignment in 20 minutes, but it took me 30 minutes. So I'll say I failed to complete it on time. So it is not failure. It just means I was not able to complete it on that time. I took 1 hour more. Similarly, I wanted to achieve something, but I couldn't do it this year. That doesn't make me a failure. If I was a failure, I wouldn't have reached till here.
Absolutely correct.
So I've done so much. Only that I thought I will reach here by this end of the year, but it's not happened. I need to start something again and then I will reach. But that word failure has been created like, so we start calling ourselves a failure, not just a failure in what we do. So I think the word is what needs to change, because that word has got different energies with it now.
Yeah, absolutely correct. In life, in our personal lives, there's so many things which we keep on losing, and a few things become a permanent loss for in our lives, or they create that vacuum which is not able to be filled for a longer period of time. Suppose that actually comes back to us, that this is something which we have lost. How to deal with those situations? If some of your relative has passed on, or some of your greatest possessions, they just went like that from your life. So how to deal with that?
First and foremost, to know that you are going to lose. Simple. I need to know. It's like you have nice thick black hair. Do you know one day they will start turning gray? Do you know? You know it will happen. That's it. You know it will happen. So that's it.
Yeah.
And when it happens, you say, I knew this is going to happen. So that's all.
But it is there are so many possessions which everybody has in their lives. But suddenly, suppose in your life, or suppose you had a house, you had a car, and you just lost it.
Yes.
And or you had some other possession which just got dropped from your life, which doesn't happen regularly in anybody else's life.
You will gain much more, maybe.
And if not?
If not, then also it's fine, as long as you've not lost anything here. See, everything, I, the soul, take this body. The baby is born. The soul enters the womb of the mother. A baby is born. The soul comes with nothing. The soul only comes with their sanskars and karma. We get a body. We get a family. We get a name. Then we start studying. We get degrees. Then we start working. We start getting money. Then we start buying possessions and property. We start getting. So it is a journey of the soul to get. And along with the getting, the part of losing is also there. Okay. It is there. Yeah. I will get people. I will lose people.
Lose them.
I will. I know it. Is there anyone who's going to be permanent? No, we know it. So this whole journey of the soul is of acquiring and also of losing. And finally, one day when I, the soul, leave the body, I lose everything. And I'm there, back to square one, without anything. Without anything.
Yes.
I came like that, without anything, just with my sanskar and karma. And very soon I'm going to be there without anything, with my sanskar and karma. And this journey in between, of when I entered the womb of the mother to when I will leave this body, that journey in between, let's say it's 100 years, for example, that 100 years is of meeting people, doing work, acquiring, and while doing everything, to remember, I will lose all this. Maybe midway on this journey, or maybe the day I leave the costume, I will lose all this. The only thing that remains with me is my karma and my sanskar. So I should hold on to that which is my permanent, and take care of that which is my temporary. And when I lose it, to know that yes, this was to happen, if not today, then tomorrow. If it's something which can be gained again, like it's a possession or a property, I get it back. And if I don't get it back, it's fine. If you are energizing yourself, it's fine. Because then you will only lose a possession. You will not lose happiness with that possession.
True.
You will lose possession. You will feel, oh, I lost a big amount, or I lost my jewelry, or I lost my house. You will lose, but you will not lose your happiness with that possession had you not believed that that possession was the source of your happiness, which it wasn't. Which it wasn't. So even the dress which you're wearing, you know it's a dress. It can tear right now when you're entering the next room. One hook somewhere there and it will tear. But if you think this dress is me, then you can cry for the next 2 hours for that dress being torn. So you don't even have to lose something very big to be upset about it. It's not about how big is what you lose. It's about how weak you are to handle that situation. Just the other day, last week, there was a brother who came to the center and he said, you know what, when I got into the flight yesterday to come here, I got these pictures on my message. I said, yeah, what happened? And he showed me 1, 2, 3, 4, a complete burnt down place. It had nothing. It was just ash and ash. I said, where is this? He said, my office. And he just said it with the same stability and tranquility. He said, my office. I said, your office burnt down completely? He said, everything. But you know what? No one got injured. So I'm very happy. That's all.
Yeah.
So it was a complete 4 floors. It was complete big place. But his face reflected his inner power. He said, but you know, nothing happened to anybody. I'm so happy. That's all. So this is called inner power. So, because certain things are not in our control.
True.
But the only thing in our control is this. So take care of what's in your control. Then you will be able to regain what you have lost. If it is something physical, you can. But it is when we lose that inner power, when we lose something outside, then we don't even have sometimes the strength to work on it again and come back. We sometimes just collapse it. There are other things that people do when just they cannot face a failure.
Absolutely correct. You know, as you said, that we have brought in nothing to this world, and we are not going to carry anything other than our karmas and other than our soul. Sanskars. So, you know, everybody knows that. Big leaders also know that. You know, we have seen presidents and prime ministers all over the world. They know that, you know, they have come here with nothing. They'll go without anything. But still, they are doing wars. You see, nowadays, there are many more wars in comparison to the previous times. And, you know, this is the time of wisdom. Even when you pick your phone, they'll tell you clearly what is right, what is wrong. But still, these leaders are doing wars, and, you know, the countries are fighting with each other. Why is it so?
We have to get into their mind to understand what they are going through. So I wouldn't talk about somebody else. But that is why spiritual study is very important. So for us, we study it every day. It's like a reminder. Every single day I am told in the morning in my morning class, every single day, you are a soul on a journey. Everything we will lose one day. The only thing that goes with you is karma and sanskar. I'm not told this once. I'm told this multiple times every single morning, 365 days of the year, every year of my life. Even if you wake me up in the middle of the night, I will not forget that.
True.
So somebody needs to remind me of that reality. So that is what spirituality does. And I will tell you, so many centers of the Brahma Kumaris where people are studying this every single day. They're coming from homes. They're living with family. You go to any center, put a finger on any person there and ask them their experience. There are so many who have obviously lost a family member. Death happens everywhere. Some who have lost their children. And you see how they are. It is, you have to see it to believe it. That doesn't mean they're not going to miss that child. The parent-child relationship, a young child. But they have studied every single day that when a soul leaves, we have to send them with love, with gratitude, with blessings, not to cry and send them pain. They studied it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And when that happened, doing it came natural. It just came natural because it shifted from them saying, how will I live without you? To, I have to radiate blessings and power to you for your new journey because I know you are now going to enter the womb of a mother, your new They're able to think about the other person. So that is what it is. If you are reminded every day and you study and inculcate every day what is the truth, then living the truth is not difficult at all. But if you don't remind yourself of the truth, then you don't have to be a country leader. Any one of us could be so attached to everything, holding on to anything, ready to push people to go ahead, ready to do anything to go ahead, not realizing that is this karma right? What is the consequence of this karma? Let even say social media that you are saying. When content creators creating this content, do they remember what's the impact of this on society?
Very true.
Are they even thinking what it is doing to the world? Or even after seeing what it is doing to the world, are they changing what they are doing? No. They still only want to have their more views or their more revenue.
Yeah.
So what do you say? You don't need to go and look about a political leader for this. That is war. This is another kind of war.
Absolutely.
People are struggling. They're at war with themselves most of the time. Children are helpless. They want to put down the phone. They're not able to put it down. Isn't this war? This is war for me. It's difficult. I am struggling. I'm fighting with myself. I'm putting it down. Again, I'm getting pulled towards it. This is a constant fight that is going on.
Very true.
Constant fight. So those who are creating all those, don't they think they need to pause? But you have to be able to think about other people.
Absolutely.
But if you are so full of only yourself. And your obsession with whether it's power, whether it's money, whether it's achievements, if you're so full of only yourself, then you will continue doing wrong karma because you are causing pain to other people.
True.
So that karma is still the karma of the soul. So if you remember that this is your karma and every karma will have a consequence, maybe you will press a pause button.
Thank you so much, Sister Shivani, for your time. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you.